Hello again, guys. Welcome back to Charlie's House Call Auto Repair. Today I'm heading over to a friend's house. We're going to be working on his 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It's a four-wheel drive pickup truck. We're going to be putting a new slave cylinder in it. And with any luck, we'll be able to turn this into a step-by-step how to replace your clutch master cylinder in a 2004 Toyota Tacoma. And there's our clutch slave all the way down there. Now the way we're going to get at this is we're going to come down here, we're going to take the wheel off, and we're going to remove this little rubber cover right here, and that slave cylinder is going to be sitting right behind it. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this piece and this piece out, lift this up out of the way while we're underneath here. Check things out. There's what's left of a rusted out hold down. That's supposed to be right there. And a hole in the floor. And yeah, that needs to be replaced. The front strut starting to leak. And everything else looks good though. Okay, let's get those out. As a delayed second thought, well, the two down here, I also took out the two up here because, needless to say, this thing's just going to keep falling down in the way. So get that up and out of the way. And there's the master cylinder, or the slave cylinder, back there. And we're going to get that bolt and that bolt out and disconnect that line right there. Okay, what we're going to do now is grab the 10mm wrench. We've got some extensions, swivel, a 10mm for the bolts that hold the slave cylinder in. We're going to get in here and we're going to loosen up that little line in there, and we're going to get that fitting all the way out. Maybe. Okay, well, this wrench isn't going to do the job because it's starting to round the nut right away. So we're going to use a line wrench, and we're going to get in and loosen it up with that. Okay, we're going to pop the cover off of here, empty brake container there. We're going to use a turkey baster and suck, well, get this little wafer out of here first. Set that place on top of the paper towel, and we're going to get in here and we're going to suck all of the fluid up and out of here. Sort of. Try to get it into the turkey baster without getting it all over the place. The more we get out of this, the less it's going to be dripping out on us when we disconnect the line from it. And yes, this is going to allow the system to go dry on us. We're going to have to bleed it out, but we're going to have to bleed it anyways. Be extra careful that you don't lose the wafer when the wind blows the paper towel away. And not get any of the brake fluid on the paint job. And then for the time being, we're just going to set this back on just to prevent any dirt from getting on. Put it right down tight. It's got a built-in vent cap on it, so you don't have to worry about creating a vacuum. And we'll get the brake fluid out of the way. Back down in here with the line wrench. It's kind of tight. I'm going to keep loosening up that brake line. And I will kid you not, this is a little tight. Gotta get the wrench all the way on the nut. and then turn it. Make sure that you work it back and forth until this line can be moved up and down, especially if you're in the rust belt, because if you don't get this line free like this, it will break on you when you try to get this fitting out, and then you'll be adding a new line in. We're going to try to avoid having that happen. So we'll be back as soon as I get this line out. Now, you've probably seen me use these quite a few times. They're needle nose pliers with a little bit of rubber fuel hose over the top of it to protect the line. And we're going to grab this line right here. It goes to the slave cylinder. That line right there. And we're going to clamp it here just to keep the fluid from pouring down through the line. Alright, we got that line loose now, and it has come to my attention that this bracket that holds the line is supposed to have a bolt through it. See that little bolt hole right there? I'll zoom in on that for you. That little bolt hole is supposed to have a bolt going through it into the starter. Now, we don't have any bolt in the starter. But either way, now we're down to, we're going to get those two bolts out on the slave cylinder. We're going to go in there with the 10mm and the swivels and take that out. Wow, those are tight. There's one bolt out. Didn't hit the ground though. There it is. Found it. Now the other bolt is really stiff, so I'm going to put some penetrating oil on that, let it sit for a few minutes. Alright. Now one of the bolts broke off. So we're going to take this out now, and then we're going to work on getting that broken bolt out. It's all soaking wet. Now we're going to try to figure out how to get that broken bolt right there. Let's see if we can get you. That broken bolt. Whoops. That broken bolt right there. Now we're going to have to work that one out with a pair of vice grips. Alright, we've got it all bolted in, line hooked up, got the bleeder cap off of it, and we're going to start bleeding it out. Hand activated vacuum pump, recovery container. We're hooked up to the slave cylinder. Pump that up a little bit, and we're going to have him pump the pedal on the inside. Push the brake pedal or the clutch pedal down. Okay, let it back up, push it back down again. Okay, I'm just going to wait until the pedal or the slave cylinder drops pressure back down. All right, let it back up. Push it back down. All right, let it back up. Push it back down. Let it back up. Push it back down. Let it back up. Push it back down. Let it back up. Now we're going to see if there's any air left in there. My wrench. I'm just going to use the open wrench for now. Alright. Okay, push the pedal down. See if I can get an angle here. Okay, let it back up. And push it back down. Okay, do not let it back up yet. I'll make sure that cylinder is full. Yeah, we're down nice and low. And we'll do this one more time, emptying this down, make sure there's no bubbles left in there. Okay, go ahead and let it back up. Alright, push it back down. Let it back up. Push it back down. Let it back up. Push it back down. Let it back up. Push it back down. And we're all done. Now, make sure we put a little bit of grease, whoops, in that cap. That'll help keep the bleed through from getting rusted in so that it won't cooperate with you. And then snag my hand in here and put it on. Yeah. There's the old one. There, now you can have that. Alright, let's get this wheel back on. should have done this before. With the 4 little clips. I'm gonna go put that rubber flat back in place. There you have it. 2004 Toyota Tacoma, clutch slave cylinder, replaced, bled, and ready to go. So if you guys like that one, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And remember, you got no more excuses. Pick up those wrenches. There's 10s or 12s. Ah, those are 12s.